Hey y'all, Jen Hernandez, Loan with Jen. Should you use a realtor? The answer is yes, and I'll tell you why when we're right back. Hey, we're back. Okay, should you use a realtor? Now, it's not only because I'm biased to realtors, they've been referring me heavily for the last 26 years, but I've learned a thing or two while I've been working with realtors, and we've also got some clients that don't work with realtors. So, I've been able to experience both, and I'm very much a proponent of the realtor community, and I will tell you why. So I have 7 reasons as to why you should use a realtor. The very first reason is that the seller pays their commission. It does not come out of the buyer's pocket. That is reason number 1. So when you're a seller and you put the house on the multiple listing service, and let's say you're a seller, you automatically negotiate with that selling agent what the commissions are going to be. So that's already predetermined. So when you're out looking at a home and you see it, that's already been negotiated, so not in the buyer's pocket. Now, some buyers think, oh, hey, I'm gonna just go in and make an offer to the seller without using a realtor, and maybe they're gonna give me a special price. I will tell you, 9 times out of 10, when we get that appraisal back, there's no special price that happened. So it's kind of a, move the little monkey under the hat, the pebble under the hat type of a trick. I think that it always is in the best interest to keep it an arm's length transaction to make sure that the buyer, you are represented. So reason number 1, the seller pays the fee anyway. Reason number 2 is that they're going to help you negotiate. So there's a lot of back and forth. I know that it sounds super easy. It's just a price. What's the big deal? But what about later on if it comes in lower than value on the appraisal, or what if there's repairs to be negotiated? We'll get to that in a little bit later number. So there's lots of things to think about and a lot of going back and forth. And most sellers are owners themselves. You're not buying from an institution. So it's a very emotional, very emotional process. So keeping an arm's length distance between the buyer and the seller, that's where the agents get involved in the middle. So it's a very efficient process. Number 3 reason is that licensure and education. So realtors are super professionals. They have hours and hours of training, and they also have continued education that they have to keep up with every single year in the state that they live in. So they're always up and up on the new rules, the new regs. It's just a very professional group of people. Reason number 4 is that the realtor is going to know the market area and the comparables. So we get lots of questions from buyers that are buying from their landlord or buying from a seller directly when they do, and they say, what do you think I should offer? And I'm like, hey, I have no idea. That is not my department. So most buyers don't know what to offer on a house. So realtors are going to pull those comparables. They're going to see what the market forces are doing, and they're really going to offer a real professional opinion on what should be offered and what should not be offered. Okay. The number 5 reason is convenience. So maybe you're selling a house. Do you really want to have buyers calling you directly to make appointments to come into the house? It's definitely from the listing perspective. When you are selling a home, then you definitely want to use a realtor for sure, because going in and out of houses and setting up those appointments, it's a nice buffer for that to happen. And then from this perspective of purchasing the house, you're going to need to get in the house. So most houses are only accessible through a special key card and a code that the multiple listing service provides. So as just a layman homeowner, it's very difficult to have access to properties if you're not a licensed realtor. Okay, so it's going to open up more properties for you to be able to look at. Now, reason number 6 is the inspection period. So after you're under contract, there is a period of inspections. We talked about it a little bit up in the number 2 negotiation part. But you're going to get inspections on a property. Realtors are skilled of knowing what to ask for. They're not contractors, but they deal with this enough to know, items that should be fixed right away, how about not, how to go back to the seller and negotiate those items in some type of an amendment, et cetera, et cetera. So there's lots that happens after the initial contract is negotiated, lots of things down the line, and actually all the way till the closing table. Those realtors work super hard for their commission. Let me tell you, it is a lot that happens between contract and closing. Now, number 7 is just the bottom line. It encompasses all of the reasons, whether you're buying or selling, between time value of money, time that you are spending on dealing with all these nitty-gritty details away from your family, away from your work. It's a lot of work to buy and sell a house. So the realtors offer a really good buffer. In the end, I truly wholeheartedly believe that they will save you money between their knowledge, expertise, negotiations, making sure you don't leave anything on the table, whether you're a buyer or a seller. And that is my 2 cents worth. Those are my 7 reasons. And good luck to you in your home search or your home sale. Talk to you soon. Legacy Mutual Mortgage is an equal housing opportunity lender. The opinions expressed here do not reflect those of Legacy Mutual Mortgage.